But I learned one thing. No matter how strong an elephant is, if you're an ant, if you hide yourself well, an elephant cannot kill you. You can kill the elephant if you're in a better way. It's about your thinking.
When you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, a year ago I didn't think this or know this, what is it?
How to love myself first. And not just in a relationship, in my everyday life. Mm-hmm. And it's okay. I'm going to stop when I need to stop. I'm going to feel when I need to feel. And I don't care what comes with that or what people want to say. It's normal. I'm supposed to keep going, and that's all I want to do.
If you're trying to be successful or happy, you have no room for negativity. The best way to mask yourself from negativity every morning is to start with gratitude.
People literally email me and say, you're so lucky, and I wish this was happening to me. And then the third tweet or the third Instagram post is, awesome Saturday. Stayed home and watched an entire season of fucking Game of Thrones. We need to start understanding how big this opportunity is, because for everybody in this room, you will sit back in 20, 30 years and regret if you didn't execute in this era. And by the way, I don't want to hear that this is for 20 and 30-year-olds. 40, 50, 60, 70. It's an equal playing field if you're willing to be a practitioner and understand the ecosystem that I've been speaking about tonight.
This quote by Russell Barkley where he said, people who need the most love ask for it in the most unloving ways.
Absolutely.
It sounds crazy, but somehow they are seeking love.
Absolutely.
And when you kind of put that in your head, you're like, oh, like that's just a plea, a begging. It's not even a proposal, it's like a demand.
We've got to be excited about the future. We've got to do things that make us want to live. You know, it cannot always be about problems every day. I mean, do you want to wake up every morning and everything's just a problem? Well, what inspires you and what makes you excited about the future? There's got to be some things like that.
I know you all understand better than most that real progress requires an authentic way of being, honesty, and above all, empathy. The single most important lesson I learned in 25 years talking every single day to people was that there's a common denominator in our human experience. We don't want to be divided. What we want is we want to be validated. We want to be understood.
I've learned that with all the advantages that come with being a grown-up comes responsibility. Responsibility to be true to yourself. The responsibility to honor those who came before you.
What would I change? I'd make people not hate each other because of their religion, because of their nationality, because of any stupid reason. If we could abolish hatred, we live on this gorgeous planet. Why don't we realize we're on a planet that gives us everything? Food, beautiful weather, sun, everything. Why don't we enjoy it? Why do we spend time fighting and hating each other?
Work ethic's always been an important thing for me. Here's the thing, based on sheer embarrassment of not being able to do my job as well as possible. Right. Have I gotten better at my job? I hope so. Been doing it longer. I'm trying to cut my handicap, as I've always liked to say. Yeah. But I know how to work maybe more constructively. I know how to get out of trouble if I'm feeling too much tension, or if I'm hung up one day at work. I've got some tricks to get out of it.
We have two voices in our mind. I've heard them. I hear them now. And they're real. It's that one voice that we love to hear. It says, sleep the fuck in. It's okay. It's that coddling voice. You want to be hugged and nurtured and all that shit that says it's going to be okay. Well, there's another motherfucking voice that wakes you up in the middle of the night. It's not your girlfriend. It's not your boyfriend. It's that demon fucking voice that whispers in your fucking ear. It's that voice you want to run away from. But guess what? It's that voice you need to fucking listen to. Stay hard.
Don't make the world make you feel that you have to look a certain way to be brilliant. And no, you don't have to speak a certain way to be brilliant. But you do have to spread your gift around the planet in a way that is authentically you. To all those who feel different, if you're a part of a group that's called Other, a group that does not get the chance to be center stage, build your own stage and make them see you. Your queerness is beautiful.
I don't know, I think when I do stuff that really scares me, good things happen. You know, I always feel like good stuff happens like really fast or really terrified. And always, you know, it's, yeah.
But I think that's for most of us. I think most of us, if you push yourself past a comfort level and a comfort zone, you find out things about yourself that you wouldn't have found out.
100%.
Yeah.
I think it's always really helpful to just incorporate anything that's happening in life into your work. Obviously in a way that makes sense, but you know, I think acknowledging it and sort of threading it into what you're doing is always helpful.
You must be imaginative, strong-hearted. You must try things that may not work. And you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from. Your only limit is your soul. What I say is true. Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great.
Give me two lists. One list, your goals, both in personal and business. You put another list together and you say who you met with from Sunday midnight till Saturday midnight for 1 week. Who you talked to or who you met with. Okay. And which one of your goals on this other side of the paper they have anything to do with. You will be staggered.
How much time you're wasting with people that have no business being in your life to attain your goals.
Correct.
Okay. Hanging out with losers. Wasting your time with people that mean
Correct.
nothing to you.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
I don't want to see your bodies on Instagram. I want to see what's in here. I'm not trying to get validation, nor do I need it anymore. All I can say from the bottom of my heart is I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to be able to share what I love every single day with people that I love.
We all have a bad day now and then. And sometimes life can be bluntly unfair. But hey, with a nice family, some great friends, and some exciting challenges, you can come a long way already. So don't complain about the things you're not capable of, but show the world what you are capable of. Because life's too short. Make the most of it.
If you want me to be the bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. If you want me to be the good guy, I'll be the good guy. But I have no problem being both. Sometimes it's better to be the bad guy, because then you know really what the person think about you. Because when they say they like you, you don't know if they like you. But when they say they hate you, then you know they really hate you. But I make haters become my fan. That's my problem. So I need more haters.
For years I've been telling you guys never to take no for an answer, right? You know, to keep pushing, to never hang up the phone until you get what you want. Because you all deserve it.
If you want something so bad and you speak it into power, you wish it into power, it's gonna happen. I'm firsthand, and I firsthand will tell you that. And I put my life on it. If you want something so bad, it will happen.
When I was younger, when I was only 14, I was told by a drama teacher that I might do okay if I was happy to settle for the fat girl parts. Look at me now. Look at me now. And so what I feel like saying in those moments is to, you know, any young woman who has ever been put down by a teacher or a friend or even a parent, just don't listen to any of it, because that's what I did. I didn't listen, and keep believing in yourself.
I have been offered a pretty crazy one. You know, $1 billion if we could own the channel and the companies and stuff like that.
You've been offered $1 billion for your YouTube channel.
Well, with all the companies, yeah. But if I took it seriously, would have been like, okay, let's figure it out.
Would that make you the youngest billionaire? Would that beat Zuckerberg?
I think the youngest self-made billionaire. Yeah.
But the real answer to your question is that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.
We only have one life, and that it's your job to fight for your happiness. It's your responsibility to fight for your happiness, and nobody and nothing will do that for you. You have to fight for it yourself. And so, yeah, I think that's the biggest lesson.
The thing that I'm most proud of off stage, I think that I think that the most important thing to me is to do the right thing and do the good thing. And I feel like I have a good sense of, like, I think that's the only thing that matters to me in the world. Even if I'm unsuccessful and fail at everything, if I know that I'm, you know, treating people the right way and doing, you know, following kind of my morals, then I feel proud of myself as a person.
Dementors are vicious creatures. They will not distinguish between the one they hunt and the one who gets in their way. Therefore, I must warn each and every one of you to give them no reason to harm you. It is not in the nature of a Dementor to be forgiving.
Why do you care so much about success? Have you figured that out?
I'm just addicted to it.
Why?
I think that I've sacrificed so much for it already and dedicated so much of my time that I have to push it as far as I possibly can, because I've given up a lot of years.
How much more successful do you want me to be?
More successful.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the is he talking about?
Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist.
Sell me this pen.
It's a amazing pen. For professionals.
Sell me this pen.
Well, it's a nice pen. You can use the pen to write down thoughts from your life so you can remember.
Sell me this pen.
Well, this pen works, and I personally love this pen, and I think this pen...
No matter how busy you are, how much you have to get done, how much you've got going on, it's so important to take out half an hour a day just for yourself. Go for a walk, learn something new, recharge, read a book, listen to something. Just take out time for yourself. No social media, no Netflix, no television, just you. See, if we don't understand how to be alone, we'll always end up feeling lonely.
Change your lifestyle? You don't look like you're buying really expensive clothes.
No, I'm not buying really expensive clothes.
Are you buying things? Are you buying things that you would...
No, I have a little like one-bedroom apartment with a mattress on the floor. That's where I live.
I walk in every room as myself. I don't walk in any room as anyone else. I'm not cowering. I'm not speaking soft. My voice doesn't change. It sounds exactly the same way. I'm walking as myself and proud.
Stress doesn't come from hard work, for example. You know, you can be working incredibly hard and loving it. And likewise, you can be out of work and incredibly stressed over that. So, and likewise, if you kind of use that as an analogy for what I was just talking about, if you're out of work, but you're going through, a disciplined approach of, a series of job interviews and so on and working to remedy that situation, you're going to be a lot less stressed than if you're just worrying about it and doing nothing.
There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time.
I know you're tired. I know you're hurting. And I wish I could say something that was classy and inspirational. But that just wouldn't be our style. Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Right on. They're the number one reason why people fail.
Lack of brains, lack of effort. They don't do the work, they don't learn. When you start a business, you're never in a vacuum with no competition. And if there's going to be competition, that means somebody else knows your business as well as you do when you get started. And if you walk into a competitive environment and they still know more about the business than you do and more about your customers, you're going to lose. But most people don't consider that. They don't do the work. They don't learn more about their industry. They don't know even about their business. And so you've got to put in the effort to know more about your industry than anybody else.
Learn to say fuck you to the world every once in a while. You have every right to. Just stop thinking, worrying, looking over your shoulder, wondering, doubting, fearing, hurting, hoping for some easy way out.
My grandfather was actually American from Minnesota, and my mom was born in Canada, so I do have some American background.
What took your family to South Africa?
My grandfather moved with all his kids and my mom and everyone to South Africa because he wanted to use it as a base of exploration. So he had this little plane that he liked to fly all over the place, and he flew it all through Africa and Asia, and he was the first person to fly from South Africa to Australia.
My biggest fear of my popularity is that you think you have to do it like me. The only hope I have when you look at me is that you try to figure out your version of you that makes you as happy as my version of me makes me. I want to remind everybody here, I'm 43 years old, which means when I loved entrepreneurship in America, nobody else did. It was not popular, only school. So I loved this thing before it was this thing.
All you can do is know where you want to go and take steps every single day in that direction, whatever that is. Getting better at what you do. And I think that gets you there. Where that will take you, I cannot tell you. But I do know that if you just wake up every day and go, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to be, and today this is the thing that I'm doing to kind of keep going in that direction, eventually you will get there.
When I was 20, I worked for I grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. I worked for the sanitation department. I was a garbage man.
You were a garbage man?
I was a garbage man. I worked the back of the truck, 22 square blocks. That's hard. Doing movies, there's nothing that we do in the movies that's hard.
I used to deliver for United Parcel Service on a truck.
Right.
That was hard.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Yeah.
You are not your past. You're you. You're you right now. Like the past you did, you might have done some things you wish you hadn't done. Don't dwell on that. You can learn from it, that's fine, but don't dwell on it. Just keep moving. Keep moving. You know, use it as fuel. Say never again. You know, I get what I did wrong, but don't think that you're that person that made those mistakes. You're the person who's learned.
Buy this car, you'll get girls. Buy this bra, you'll get guys. And we're seeing it so much that we start believing these lies, but the truth is, the makeup they're selling to make you feel prettier is the same makeup you buy to stop feeling shittier about this lie they keep telling you that you are not enough. And yes, love is the answer, love is the key, but if you can't love yourself, how could you ever love me?
The reason winners win is because they don't give a shit what you think about their losses. The reason I roll the way I roll is I don't care what your opinion is. And when you're in that cocoon, then you could just go fast because, you know, when I love losing more than my biggest competitor loves me losing, well, I'm unbeatable. Like, because I love losing. I love the climb. I love the grind. I don't want the riches.
I tell you what, you show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
In any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that itch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that itch. Because that's what living is.
When you are a great reader, you can articulate and speak and command the English language in ways that other people cannot. And people think you're a lot smarter than you are, lots of times, because you're a great reader. I would say it's the absolute greatest foundation you can give your kids. Have you ever met a person who was a great reader when they were young who was not successful? You never. It is the absolute best foundation ever in life.
First of all, you don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning. So I think colleges are basically for fun and to prove you can do your chores, but they're not for learning.